Good morning, everyone. Getting ready to take another trip out to Hoover Reservoir this morning. Going out with my buddy Tim. We're going to try a new place. I believe it's called like Oxbow or the Oxbow Drop-In. So it's kind of, I guess it's got some good fishing, some good little islands and whatnot. We're not going fishing today, but we are going to just kind of explore it around a little bit. I've got a hike this afternoon for a new metro park that's opening here in Columbus, Ohio. Down at a quarry, so I'm hoping to capture some of that later as well. But for now, I'm just going to kind of show you what we got going, a little bit of the gear and whatnot, and bring that to you, and we'll see how the day goes. Right now, if you can see kind of overhead, real overcast. Great day for kayaking, great day for a hike. It's been like 90 some degrees and rainy. We got rained out yesterday on a trip to Hocking River because of a severe thunderstorm. So we're hoping at least we're just squeezing this in spur of the moment today. So show you what I'm taking and we'll get on the road. All right, everybody, for now, just to show you, I'm taking a Walmart kayak with me. And from here, if you can kind of see, it's the Sun Dolphin Journey 10 SS. I've taken this out a handful of times now. It's been wonderfully reliable. For the money, it was like $278, so really can't beat it at all. So what I'm going to do from here is just kind of show you briefly, obviously what I'm taking. Life vest, actually hate it. It is great for water skiing, what have you. I want to get one for like fishing or kayaking. Just haven't picked it up yet. One of the things I always keep is a whistle for distress. This is the Howler. I got a couple of them for like $8 off of Amazon. I mean, these things will bust an eardrum, so they're really good. The sound carries real far. Just pick these body glove water shoes up because the Field and Stream ones I had blew out last week. Kind of disappointed. My wuss gloves, because sometimes I have gotten blisters right in the crook of my hand. So until I callus that up a little bit, yeah, I'll call myself a wuss. I'm using them, but they do make for some comfort. Also going to take out right here something to protect the iPhone that I'm speaking on now. All right, one of the things I like about the Sun Dolphin here is this area back here where I'm going to keep my cooler, and I got my wet bag of stuff over there that I'll show you in a moment. But it also has this little gear stow here that you can actually, if you can see by the handle, is tow behind, so it just perfectly sits in there. You can strap it to the back of the kayak and tow it behind if you want, as a little boat full of goodies. But for today, I'm not really needing what's in there. I just can keep my fishing pole holder in there, sometimes some extra paracord or what have you, but for now, that's going to stay at home. Cooler, gonna put some goodies in. From here is one thing I do recommend with this kayak. It does not have anything for your rear end. So anything more than an hour, I got the REI sit pad. This thing here, 2 puffs, blows up. I got it for camping, but if you can see, because the two, scuppers here, scupper plugs, it really does kind of help and gives you a little longevity out on the lake or stream. Got my lanyard for my oars, and basically just to show you some simple stuff here. In this little area here, you can kind of use it to put a water bottle. Sometimes I'll put my anchor in there. A little extra gear stowage up here. And this is for the truck that I use just to keep a bandana on the front, but, go America. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in the truck in the back of my Chevy Silverado LTZ. Love it. And I use this cargo bar here, cinch it down with a couple ratchet straps, but also show you what I'm going to toss in the back of the truck. And we'll get this thing ready to go. It's only 44 pounds, so it is real easy to get in. But again, just for the price of $278, got it at Walmart. It's been simple, especially to get myself steeped into kayaking without kind of blowing the budget and then finding out it's something that's going to sit in my garage like other things have in the past. So onward and upward. Okay, quick gear rundown today. Just got myself a dry bag. This guy I got off of Amazon. It came with, I believe what you saw over there with the phone cover, waterproof phone cover. So this thing I like because it is big enough to carry, enough stuff, but not so cumbersome that it doesn't go in the kayak. Nice little zipper pouch, a couple little pouches on the side, and can also be carried as a backpack. So it's usually what I kind of carry, some, just my bulky stuff that I don't know if I want to get out. Which usually I throw in. I've got my Eno double nest. It's an awesome hammock. Kids got it for me for Father's Day. These the Mallow straps, these things hold up to like 1,000 pounds each. So I take them with me if I ever want to pull over and kind of chill out. A little extra cord. Often I will not take the anchor. If I am fishing, I will, but today is just something to kind of tether it to shore. Got my more knifed knife here, which is, you know, it's awesome because it also has the little fire steel on the end of it. I've also tethered, as you can kind of see there, this little guy here is a nice little light that you can strap onto my life vest. Sometimes I do it on the inside of my tent, but for today I'm going out in the daytime only for a couple hours, but sometimes if you need to see in a small little dark place, it's good to have a light. My buddy and I, Tim, so that way as if he goes a different place, that I've got these two little waterproof Motorola guys, so that way we can communicate. I always like to bring a map of the terrain that we're going on, just so we know. Again, this is a map of Hoover. Where we're going is up here, so I've got to readjust the map. Bug spray, be safe to your skin, 30 SPF, pasty white guy, so a little tan this year. Also, too, is a solar charger. This thing's got a couple lights on it as well, but right now is this phone that I'm on, that I'm using, has a tendency to want to die, so I'm trying to get to the next iPhone 8 upgrade, but I may have to cave in even this weekend. Nose runs, duty calls, always good to have a little bit of something for your nether regions, little wet ones. My comes from China watch. It's waterproof, but I'd rather spend $19 on something to ruin rather than taking out my Apple Watch and destroying that. So this guy's been great for camping, and if something happens to it, toss it, get a new one. Get my glasses, selfie stick. Gonna bring the Hero Session 5, little tripod, charger. I'm bringing 2 bags here. So the red one I usually keep next to me. I'll keep the phones and things that I'm going to use throughout the trip. This is where I keep the tripod and a couple of other things. Keep it at hand. Got this little guy, kind of a nice little tripod. Getting ready to try it out. Never used it before. Right now I have the iPhone holder on the top. But again, the legs bend, and you know, they're also really kind of a sticky, grippy rubber. So I kind of like that. There are other models out there like that. I like that one. Munchies. And this little guy here, without taking it out, I'll show you later, is a remote that I have synced up to the Bluetooth on my phone, so I can have this on the front of my boat with my phone in it and be able to sit back so you don't only see somebody reaching, hitting the buttons. But again, too, it's got the little remote, a little connection for this guy, and the little remote has a lanyard plus a little moisture safety container, and that is it. So now, time to get this guy in the back of this guy and get ready to go. And not that it's even worth showing, I'm taking just a couple bottles of simple bottled water. These little guys here, I work for a medical office, and we get them to pack medications that we receive in. So these things here are just like a little frozen ice pack. I love them because, again, too, as they do, you can kind of mold them before you freeze them. I just throw them in, as you can tell here. But rather than using ice for a cooler, these things will last for a good 24 hours. I've got a little bottle of smart water. These things work really well with my Sawyer filter, but for today, it's going to go right in there. And also, too, just for food, I did bring some trail mix, but sometimes kind of nice to pick up a little sandwich, something you can throw down. I always recommend, if you're at a restaurant and they do offer these kind of things here, grab a little extra handful, keep them in a bag. But today, yoink, all these guys, yoink, and yoink, get a little snack for later. All right, it looks like the little Arfie. It's my boy Arfie. Come here, Arfie. Oh, you're gonna knock over things. So the little remote was a success. I was able to start things up from a distance. So hopefully this will work, especially if I want to keep this on the front of the kayak earlier. So Arfie, give me a break, okay? Okay, got it all cinched in. Used just a couple straps and a cargo bar. Again, the thing's only 44 pounds, so The tonneau kind of reduces some of the wind resistance from the top. Pretty simple, but taking it all over the state so far, and it's been good. So there you go. And let's test this guy again. Nothing. Okay, so much for technology. This may have to go back. Alright, so it's this today. And this today. So I guess we should turn up the music, try to at least make it a better mood. Alright, well, looks like maybe our second kayak trip of the weekend rather, may be doomed to weather again. If I can kind of show you real quick here and even try to pull it up on the iPhone. And there we are. So you can kind of see, perhaps maybe you can't, with a little dot right there, and then there's all this stuff moving in. Now I understand too is that, okay, you're going to be on a kayak, you're going to get wet. So I got my rain gear on. I'm good with that. However, just like yesterday, it's spotty, in and out all day, no break. And also too is with thunderstorms and those little patches of red, sometimes can be a little concerning. So I'm going over to my buddy Tim's right now too. Sorry, forgot. My buddy Tim's, and we're going to decide here what to do. Is, I mean, even if we go out for, you know, a few minutes, but I mean, it's a pain in the ass to load the gear, the kayak, in and out of the truck, portage it to wherever we have to go if we are not right there. Never been to this place. But also too is just a, you know, it's been kind of disheartening, if anything. It was supposed to be you know, kayak trip in Hocking River yesterday, a little Hoover Reservoir this morning. I've got a hike today of a new metro park down at a quarry here this afternoon. I can hike through this. I mean, got the gumption for that. And then a camping trip. So right now it's been unrelenting rain, almost record rainfall in Ohio here for a while. So we're going to play it by ear, and we'll see what Tim wants to do. Maybe just even to go out for an hour just for something to do. I'm loaded up and ready, but he's got a nice kayak that weighs about 100 pounds and requires 2 people to get it in his truck. So we're here, and we'll see the verdict. That boat just keeps coming at you. Straps look familiar. Where can I get a set of those?
The what?
So the straps look familiar. Where can I get a set of those?
Get my strap on.
Put your strap on.
Strap one on.
Might feel a little pressure.
Nice.
Here we go. I guess the verdict is we're going to go out, see what's going on. Let's go check the place out too. So, off of Sunbury Road, a place called Oxbow Road. There's a, excuse me, a public drop-in. So, anywho, the weather's kind of less than desirable, but not prohibitive. So we got about like a 25-30 minute jaunt, and so it's now 8:42 a.m. on this Sunday morning. It's kind of peaceful. So anywho, we'll see what kind of comes about from here. But we're hopeful. And I did, as I did show you the radar, as well as the local weather guys. They said that might have a little clearing today, might be a little messy. So as always, there's a little contradiction depending on the sources between my MSN weather homepage, my radar app, and the local weather guys. So as far as the local weather guys, because they're right here in my backyard, I'm trusting them for now. If anything, we'll trust the rain gear. I do have some frog togs, but it's kind of heavy for torrential downpours, and plus again too is I'm not afraid to be wet, especially if I'm on a lake. So we'll see what happens. Three most annoying things actually in a summer trip: mosquitoes, black flies, orange barrels. Maybe orange barrels are the worst. Be on the freeway soon. Onward and upward. Damn it. Okay, we're on the road here. Got just a little stretch to go. It's interesting, as yesterday we were supposed to go down to Hocking River and kayak, planned on it for a while. Spent our $34, which is not much too, for our drop-in fee. And it ended up raining, and it was pretty significant yesterday, and plus they were worried about flooding and lightning, so really didn't want to drive an hour and a half to be on the water, to either be sent home or just for, you know, further danger. That's not smart. But what we did learn is we decided we were just going to kind of hang out anyway. We were all ready to go, so my buddy Tim and I, we just went ahead and took a road trip, looking at boats, went to boat places along the way. A place, Fredericktown, perhaps? Fredericksburg Town? Fredericktown. But it was really a cool little place. Went and saw potential, saw the boat that got away. But on the way back, stopped and had a great breakfast at this little divey, dinery kind of thing. But it was probably one of the best breakfasts we ever had. So sometimes too, that's just because the context it's in, you know, good friends, good place, little out of the way place. Then we went over and got some stuff at a farm market and fresh pie. You know, you can't go wrong with pie. Had it last night, absolutely fantastic. But again too is that I think is, you know, in the past I would look at it, okay, it's raining, it's a horrible day, the day's ruined, where, you know, as opposed to now it's kind of an adventure. It's like, let's see what it brings. And then again too is, rather than putting yourself in harm's way or kind of ruin your day, is we'll go out and just kind of see what happens. But I think a lot of this is about pushing comfort zones. Because it used to be is like, okay, I'll just you know, stay in Netflix kind of day or something. But again, you know, 52 is, you know, I want to have a little fun with the time I got left here on this planet and do some things that I've, you know, never done before. You know, as I've said before, is I'd always say, well, someday I'm going to do this and someday I'm going to do that. Well, as I tell people, someday is not a day of the week. So I figured we were geared up and ready to go. He was ready to go. Got my adventure buddy. He's behind me there somewhere. Don't want to take my eyes off the road, but yeah, you can't see. It's kind of hard to see through the window, but we're going on out, see what it brings, and have a little fun. If not, just like yesterday, you know, it's always an adventure, and, you know, maybe go buy a boat. Well, right now it's about 15 minutes since we left, and kind of cool that the rain's let up, so maybe we'll get lucky being able to drop our boats in at least. But again, it's all about remaining hopeful, staying in the moment. In the moment, everything's cool. Okay, this is what we're dealing with here. I'm going to be driving here, and I'm not doing careful here, and pardon the jitteriness, but I am focused on my driving, not holding the camera. Just showing you kind of this little tucked away spot you'd never find otherwise. And of course I forgot the chest harness for the GoPro, so but at least I don't have to worry about that today. What's gloves? Mike.
Come in, over.
Roger, over.
Taking a poop?
No, actually just strapping on the gear and on my way down. Roger, over. Alright, now, misty as hell, and not what I used to consider ideal weather, but looks like it's going to be perfect for an adventure, so we'll see. So, I got the boat down near the ramp, loaded up, and guess I'll head on down. There goes Timmy. Hold this one hand, I won't be able to zoom. But you'll see out there, not much visibility. So again, it's going to be an adventure. And one thing I learned here, that your kayak moves a little better when you unstrap the wheels for the trailer. So, quick lesson in redundancy checks. There we are. Faux pas. Away we go. Away we go. Rain be damned! It's another day of adventure. We just need a good breakfast from Kendra. Oh, look over here. Is it yoga? Yeah. Go around the other. I don't have the map out, so let's just go around there to the left. I kind of like the drop-in point. Yeah. Man, it is kind of beautiful out here today. Over to my right, looks like there's some yoga peoples doing like a yoga class, kind of meditative. It's kind of sweet. But, got the GoPro. Hopefully this time I will not be getting just a bunch of random snapshots in high speed. But yeah, we're up off of Oxbow on this cloudy, rainy morning at Hoover Reservoir. You can see it's nice. Yeah, this is a place we haven't been to before. Looks like to our left we got some yoga people, or just a bunch of people. So, but we're going to go over here and check it out. It is raining minimally, enough to ruin a picnic, not enough to ruin a kayak adventure. So, we'll see what we get into here. But social commentary from the peanut gallery. But see what's going on. Timmy's jamming ahead. It's the downfall of trying to videotape. Maybe lose a memory while trying to capture it. But then there's all of our yoga peeps. Kind of cool. I'm digging the rain though. We have to do more rain ventures. Again, wouldn't have known unless I tried. A little misty. And the whole glasses that I'm wearing have like 5 different shades. One like these are for gray, rainy days to see better. Well, the philosophy of seeing better goes only so far, but when you're being peppered by little teeny droplets of water, it's almost like looking through a rainy windshield without your wipers on. So I have to maybe take them off in a moment. But it is keeping it out of my eyes, so I don't have to squint and maybe get a headache later. But it is like absolute glass out here. Like Tim, who just went ahead of me, he's about 100 yards ahead, and just from his soft paddling I can see a trail of this, you know, just the bubbles in his wake. So that could mean pollution, but I don't think so here. But just that it is absolute glass. For a rainy day, I guess a lot of times I even talk to my wife and she would say, oh, it's a crappy day when it's raining outside, and I say, well, it's raining, you know, I guess it's all in perspective. So for kind of the new adventure of being out here and a little mist, it was definitely cool, which has been a bunch of 90-degree days here recently here in Ohio. Humidity that makes you want to hop back in the shower 5 seconds after you get out. But other than that, it's kind of cool. Some of the shoreland right next to us, I believe this is kind of an island. And off way in the distance there, see if I can do this. Timmy's trying his fishing pole out. But interestingly, he's the angler more so than I. I basically kind of know how to use a pole, willing to learn and try. Don't know if you can kind of see the rain coming in kind of sideways, but little spitty pellets, so we're good. But I look at places like that to where I'm like, ooh, I could hang a hammock there, you know, oh, there's a couple, you know, cool trees and flat land for a tent. So I think we're both kind of learning off each other here, expanding our horizons, but still not at all sad I'm out here, and it's definitely raining. Been small little island out here. Tim and I are paddling over to, but we've had some record rains here, so, or near record rather. It's worse elsewhere, but just kind of show you what we got here. Kind of right now over top of an island. A minor boating hazard. Shows the degree of flooding we've had, rains rather, but yeah, it's still kind of a cool day out here. Oops, selfie stick and trying to stabilize, but don't know where Tim is. Going to go find him, so we'll see. Picking up significantly. The rain's picked up significantly, and this might be the little pocket that I saw coming through earlier that had some definite red and orange on the radar, so we'll soon see what we're in store for. Skipper! So I was just saying here on videos, a lot of times I would have looked at this as a reason to stay home, whereas now as I look at it as a reason to get out, as long as it's not torrential. And we're not going to get electrocuted anytime soon, hopefully.
I think this is the best time to fish.
That's what I understand.
It's not.
I just saw a couple things hopping in the water as I was pulling up. We'll soon see. Little humid out here. Moist. Swampy. Getting hard to see to the other shoreline. Part of that's rain, part of that's the haze, but see is, I don't know if you can find the angle right on the surface of the water, but it's coming down consistently, kind of peppering us with a consistent rain. Thank God for dry bags and GoPros. But still fun nonetheless. Still peaceful. I mean, don't run away from your feelings. Damn, dude's flying. That's what I get for taking a second out to try to videotape. So, right now, he's the only one paying attention of where we are. And got the map somewhere. I can figure it out. There's a bridge right over there. It's on the map. And these are just like little islands here, but I'm definitely interested in what it would take to pull up here for the night, throw down my one-man tent, and see what I can get into. Tabby! Tabby! Been wild out here. Is right now I've just got to pick up a wind, just a little spitting rain, but a second ago, I mean, it was coming down, really beating up the surface of the reservoir out here. So but it's kind of a different experience out here, really. So again, still not hating it. Have to think of some songs other than the Annie Lennox Here Comes the Rain Again, Eurythmics-y thing. Maybe Rain in the Summertime by The Alarm. Love, kind of Rain on Me, wasn't that the Who? I know it was Daltrey-ish, so I have to figure that out. So give me something to do while I'm trying to keep up with Tim because I'm videotaping. Standing on the kayak, like a champ. Back in there is where I'd like to see at some of those places. Right now it's real flooded. You can see where some of the live vegetation here in the water, I mean, like, you know, many feet out from the shoreline are submerged. But again, as if you can see the water, try to tilt a little bit. Don't do anything stupid. But back to smooth as glass. Feels like we're getting a little sky parting now. Onward and upward. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I even kind of picked up the GoPro just to aim it right at the water. Just it's pretty unique. Yep. Too menacing. Could be what?
On a speedboat.
Could be on a speedboat.
This has its merit too.
Yeah. I agree completely. Different type of serenity you get with this.
Your radio's waterproof.
Yeah. The sweet surrender of death as you drown in a rainstorm.
Just give in to Mother Nature.
That's it. Succumb, brother. Succumb. I just took down my hood after the rain stopped and felt all the water just run right down my back. This is a really cool place out here, and it's really kind of peaceful, as I've said many times before, but just giving you more shots of the background, kind of where we are. Here's my hand. Bad cinematography, but yeah, it's just so peaceful out here. It's been kind of an onslaught of rain. Look like the skies want to part a little bit now, but I'm going to keep on. Tim's a few hundred yards ahead of me, but I want to get some of this footage of the little islands and whatnot. Lily white legs. Whitus americanus hillbillicus. Often found in kayaks on local Ohio reservoirs. Okay, now this is interesting. I was bitching earlier about orange barrels. On this, what looks like stealth camp or something, there's one hanging from a tree about 10-15 feet up. So take that, orange barrels. Nature 1, orange barrel 0. Probably stupid for being right underneath this damn thing in a storm, so I'm going to cut the video and I'm going to get out of here. Oops. Hold over here for a second. All the debris and not so lucky fish. Now the fish bones. Oops. There. There. We're on an island, so I don't know if that's human or washed ashore, but not going to stick out long. Kind of been digging, finding these little places where you can pull over. And if you can kind of see over my shoulder there, it's just like a little peninsula. Or actually, I think this is an island. I may be wrong. Nope, it's attached. So it goes right back by where we pulled in. But I don't know, maybe minimal camping stuff. But I mean, definitely could be a hammock, grab something to eat, chill out, stretch your legs, kind of what I'm doing. Because, you know, this little, see where my boat, we're right there. That little sit pad has saved my life, but not entirely. So next kayak upgrade will be a really good seat. So got a bad back anyway. So, but anyway, going to kind of chill out here for a minute. Maybe grab a snack and then hit the water again. Interesting. Looks like there's a little, oops, hiking trail. And it goes from here to here. I don't know if you could hear the rain just really kicked up. But anywho, doesn't look like there's much place where you could lay down a tent, but definitely a hammock. So anywho, from here, I'm gonna maybe grab a sandwich out of the cooler. Gonna head on back in the boat and give my butt a rest and continue the journey, since I've only got a little bit more time before I gotta pack back up, get home, and then I've got the hike in this later. So a 2.5 mile hike, not long, but it is for the new Quarry Metro Park. Kind of a private tour. They only took 30 people yesterday and today, so kind of looking forward to it. So we'll see. You want a half a sandwich?
No.
Might eat some sandwich.
Just threw my fishing pole in the water.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
On purpose?
No.
I doubt it. Tim's telling me he's casting his rod, hit on the back of a chair. Rather almost new rod. Splunk. But the good side, it's always another reason to go back to Cabela's or Field and Stream. But yeah, $150 rod?
Yeah.
So the fishing has been cut short. Store-bought sandwich. Okay, but it's food. That is the sign in the face of misery. Hey Tim, what you catching? Sadness. Yeah. I caught the biggest no fish today. Why? Because I dropped my pole. Oh, that sucks. But let's just tell everybody that you were wrestling a big one, and on the kayak, got away from you. That's her story. Like what was it on Family Guy? Dagger tooth. Wah, 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 wah. Got those guys there. And a heron over there. I see him swimming up to his neck. Duck. It's a blue-winged orangefoot, native to Ohio. Actually, I don't know what the hell that is, but they're letting me get pretty good close. I don't want to interrupt them. I'll try to back up here. I know, I'm getting out of the way. They're like plotting the attack. You hit them high, I'll hit them low. When animals attack. Just chilling. There's something about the stillness of this lake. I equally enjoy it. Like right now, it's glass, no wind, tolerable heat. It is now about 11:30. Been out here a couple hours. Just had a part of a sandwich. Don't know if I've got mayonnaise all over my face here from where the packet exploded, but it's the least of my mishaps. Feel bad for Tim, lost his new fishing pole. So, but it's kind of sometimes the pitfalls of the outdoors. Take a little from you, but I just noticed since we've been out here, it's just kind of cool. Tim and I usually do our own thing. I mean, we're close enough to see each other. You can kind of see here we keep these just in case we get lost or in crisis. But it is kind of hypnotic, just watching the surface of the water. And for a lot of years, I've got a bad back and kind of a bad shoulder. But I don't know if it's just because your brain's releasing all these happy chemicals, that you're in a cool place, that the pain kind of is reduced, which, being a counselor, therapy kind of guy, I firmly believe that. I often tell the patients when they're kind of going through certain transitions to do something they love. It really makes it easier, so that's what I'm doing now. But yeah, I haven't thought about anything stressful all day, and I'm not going to try to. But it's just kind of beautiful out here. I need to do this more often. Nice breeze now. That's a shame. All that trash was here since it dropped off. Idiots. Alright, on the way back to the car, going to unlock my truck here. Okay. And another successful day kayaking. And realized I forgot a towel, so wet seat today. Awesome. Oh well. Doink. Pruny. All right, we're on our way out of here. Thankful I've got a four-wheel drive. Yeah, that was my first excursion up to this Oxbow area of Hoover Reservoir right here near Westerville, Ohio. Found some cool places to camp, and yeah, I mean, really had a great time. I mean, it's the first time ever camping in the rain, and I mean, it kind of poured down on us at one point. I feel like that scene out of Ace Ventura. Alrighty then. But anyway, I digress. But had a really cool time, and definitely do this again, rain or shine. And so I'm going to head home now as I got to prepare for a hike. Tim's probably on his way now to Cabela's to prepare to get another fishing pole. Man, but other than that, great time. Hope you enjoyed some of the scenery, and look forward to doing more in the future. So onward up. One thing I was thinking as I drive home now too is, you know, I mean, I've always been about kind of planning, getting you know, the right gear for the right time, and but also too is just you know, to actually film something, because I love watching YouTube, and I figured whether or not I'd ever post this anywhere, but or just if my family does or my own archives, what it took to be able to get, you know, all these things kind of synced and coordinated. I've got my iPhone in my hand. It's been a little shady recently, so I brought an extra charger for it, which I think you should have a charger anyway, but you know, this little guy right here is kind of cool. But I mean, real quick, drained it. Also brought the little selfie stick, which is really kind of cool. I think they're, you know, the people who are using them walking into traffic are absolutely freaking stupid. But like when you're safe, you're on your own, you know, I was out in the water to get some really kind of cool panoramic shots. I got this free with something that I bought off of Amazon, so I can say I've never bought one. But it came in definite handy. And right now it's because I'm, you know, basically tethered to juice. I got this thing off of, I believe, wish.com for like $10 or something like that. They sell for $40, $50 elsewhere. It's got a couple little lights on the end that you can use, but it'll charge up to 2 USB 2.0s and something else on there. Little carabiner, but definitely worth it, which I'm using right now, but just to definitely prepare for all that. So also got this little guy here, worked absolutely fantastic. It has an adapter for the GoPro as well as one for the phone, but I've really kind of enjoyed that, as well as, I don't know if you can kind of see there, but the GoPro attached to the windshield. So but that's been kind of fun too. But it is a different experience though when you are thinking about catching a shot. So I think for some of those guys, I want to give them kudos who you know, Doug Outdoors and Joe Robinette and you know, MCQ, Bushcraft, and you know, some of these guys who do it a lot. It takes a lot. And there's also Adventure Archives. Those guys are right here in my city. Because again too is that they also do these I'm walking away from the campsite shots, and you know, here's me looking over my shoulder, you know, longingly at the landscape kind of things, and they take some thought. I mean, that's an absolute kudos to them. But again too, it's just you know, planning for the equipment you'll need on top of the equipment that you need for either the recreational or survival, and you know, so from there anyway. Also too is that I guess the eyeglasses that I'm wearing right now, there's, like I said, 5 different lenses that I got. Something I got on Amazon Prime Day. I just wanted to see what it was like to get that kind of a deal. So anyways, I spent like 5 minutes thinking I lost my glasses, because these lenses work really well. It makes the outside look clear but doesn't tint it or whatever. So you know that, and also got the little lanyard with it. But you know, yeah, so anyway, spent 5 minutes in a stupid attack over that. So good equipment as far as the glasses. Really worked out well in the rain. So anyway, that's it, my thoughts on that. And again too, is it's starting to rain again, so I'm gonna hop off here to be safe.